Welcome back to Peace, Love and Tarot. This reading is for Gemini, Sun, Moon or Rising, and it's the weekly reading for the week of June 17 to 23. Your cards this week, Gemini, energies leaving, completing or transitioning. You have the Eight of Cups. Focused energies this week, you have the Queen of Wands clarified with the Eight of Wands, and you have the Hierophant coming in towards the end of the week. So Gemini, my theme that I'm hearing for you this week is seeking fulfillment, and I really love this. This is you this week coming back into your power, reassessing, reevaluating, but seeking those things that really emotionally fulfill you. And I think this is the week where you actually, feel that fiery inspiration and action to start making that happen. So it's pretty exciting stuff. So let's have a look at your recent past here. Eight of Cups. So this card here indicates that in your recent past, you have chosen to leave or withdraw from a situation that was no longer fulfilling you and no longer sort of giving you that sense of well-being, emotional fulfillment that you have been seeking. Now, it could have been a job that was no longer sort of, making you feel good. It could have been a relationship. Now, Cups is the suit of, the emotional realm. So, it's unlikely that, you've left a job because it's the money or something like that. It really pertains to things that weren't giving you the right amount of satisfaction, the feelings that you really want to cultivate, feelings of fulfillment, feelings of love, enjoyment, being in alignment with your purpose and values. It's more along that kind of theme. It could even have been in the situation, with the number 8 here, that you did actually feel like you mastered what you needed to out of that situation. You might have, been in that situation to sort of learn a lesson or to learn a new skill, and now that you feel like you've reached that point, you can retreat from it. Or potentially, you weren't able to, reach the goals, learn the lessons, get you what you wanted and needed out of that situation, and that's why you've sort of chosen to almost eject out of it earlier than what you would have liked to, because your intuition, as indicated by the moon here, tells you that if you stayed in that situation, you would have got more, do what you always did, get what you always got. You would have got more of the same, and with your red coat on here, this shows me that you are, you're switched on, you're really switched on to that change, and you know what you need to do, and you're taking inspired action. And looks like you'll be taking a lot more inspired action this week too, Gemini. So we have actually 3 cards from the Wands suit here. So Wands is all about, inspiration, action, spirituality, all of those kind of things. So they're quite a sort of a charged energy. Now, here is your focus energy. We have 7 of Wands, clarified with 8 of Wands, and the Queen of Wands. So few interpretations here, Gemini, but I really see this combination of the 7 of Wands and the Queen of Wands as you stepping up and finding your fiery determination and warrior spirit to now take action on your new direction. So you've walked away and left something. Well, what now? Well, I think this is you sort of really taking action to get back on your path, overcoming challenges, deciding what you want, finding your determination. The Queen of Wands is a very determined character. She is also, grounded and mature, and compassionate as that sort of energy, and she also has the ability to manifest. So I think this is you sort of sowing those initial seeds of your new direction, a new direction that's going to be much more fulfilling for you, whether that is going to be in a work, in a relationship, whatever it is you've walked away from. This is you now going, okay, out of that situation, I now know exactly what I want from my next journey. And it's you sort of being very clear and mature in that decision that you've made to not accept anything less for your life. So the Queen of Wands also, it is the card of Aries. You could be dealing with an Aries, or an Aries could come into your life to somehow, sow those seeds of inspiration, give you an idea, that kind of thing. If it's not an Aries, it can also be another fire sign female, so a Leo or a Sagittarius. But either way, yeah, it's really that, that figure, whether it's indicates a metaphor for yourself or another person. It's someone who's very determined to overcome challenges, to get on the path, to manifest a new strong decision. And Seven of Wands is all about finding your inner warrior spirit, finding that inner warrior spirit that can overcome challenges and competition if they should arise, if others should choose to challenge you. You're ready, you're absolutely ready for those challenges or battles or, things that can happen along the way. Now, the Eight of Wands is all about things happening very swiftly. So this could be quite a sudden shift for you, a sudden energetic shift, which sees you just feeling completely amped and fired up for this change. Now, the Eight of Wands can also be a message coming in quickly, a message coming in out of nowhere. It also carries a bit of divinity about it. So it could be a synchronistic message that comes in, something that you see or hear somewhere that then sort of, gives you that determination, gives you those ideas, inspires you on a new path. Eight of Wands can also indicate travel. So you may actually be, going somewhere, moving somewhere to start a new journey. So it's quite exciting there, Gemini. Now, towards the end of the week, we have got the Hierophant coming in with the Six of Pentacles. So Hierophant for me fits really nicely in this reading because the Hierophant is all about questioning faith and finding your way and, going on a journey towards things that fulfill your purpose and aligning with your faith and values along that journey. So, if you're coming from a situation, a relationship, a job, or whatever it is that hasn't been fulfilling you, and then you've, got this fiery determination, I really feel that the thing that you're going to want to do with that inspired energy is find the thing that lights you up, not only lights you up, but aligns with your faith and go towards that direction. You don't want to sort of, go backwards and go back in that direction, but you really want to find that internal balance. So, the Six of Pentacles, we can see here, we've got sort of the Master in the cape there who has all this material sort of wealth and success, but chooses to give the beggars just the breadcrumbs. So you can see that is, it sort of indicates, although, there's abundance there, a sense of things not being balanced. So I think what you're really wanting to do is find your path, align with your purpose, get that fulfillment that's really going to bring back that balance back in your life, because it's likely that when you're in the situation that wasn't fulfilling you, that maybe you were swinging between these two modes. Sometimes you might have felt like, well, the situation's only giving me breadcrumbs. Sometimes you might have been fulfilled, but at the end of the day, the scale was swinging more into this energy here, where you weren't getting what you wanted and you decided to leave it in pursuit of that greater sense of passion and purpose. So the Hierophant can also indicate the institutions in our lives, the institution of marriage or committed relationship, the institution of university, studying, school, the institution of a job, in maybe a government department or banking, or just the institution of a workplace. So this could be linking back into whatever the situation was. This is you now questioning your faith, aligning with your purpose in one of those realms. So it's a really exciting shift for you this week, Gemini. You know what you don't want anymore. You've decided to extract yourself from the situation. You're stepping into your power. You're feeling, determined and self-actualized and inspired this week. And I really feel like you're potentially getting the ideas and inspiration for how you might find your faith to align with your purpose and bring yourself into a greater sense of balance that will actually lead to that material and emotional abundance for you down the track. That's what I have for you this week, Gemini. I hope you enjoyed the reading, keeping in mind that it's a general reading. It won't resonate for every Gemini out there, and we'll see you for another one next week.